Yo, what's up everybody? It's been a while and a long time since I've made a Sharegrid video, just talking and conversing about experience on Sharegrid. And it's already mid-March right now, and I just want to talk about the experience from January until the end of February, and just a little bit into March as well, just touches of it and what's going on. I'll make another video at the end of April, just talking about March and April and the experience of that and what it's been like through Sharegrid. So for context, I didn't even think January and February was going to be really good months. Hit a peak month in January, which was like the best experience ever since being on the platform for two and a half years. And February was even better than January, which was fantastic because I didn't think I could top January so fast. And then March right now has been this interesting conflict with not letting the side hustle conflict with the main hustle, which is photo and video creation. And so I don't want others to rent my equipment when I need it myself. And so just speaking to others as well, that don't let the side hustle of Sharegrid conflict with the main hustle that you're doing. Unless Sharegrid is your main hustle, then by all means rent out the equipment whenever you want. So yeah. So speaking on the best months of January and February, in January we made $1,258, and in February we made $1,432. So totaling $2,690. So averaging about $1,350 both months, which was fantastic. I didn't think I would hit the 1K mark this soon, and then averaging and keeping that average until the end of the year would totally exceed the goal that I have for myself at the beginning of the year. So that's fantastic, and that's been really good. And then what I've been experiencing as well is just you got to be firm on the renters and letting them know when and where you expect to meet, and don't let them take advantage of the flexibility that is Sharegrid, because some rental houses close at a certain time, and so should you. And so don't let this Sharegrid hustle bleed into your personal time, especially in the late hours, because there's a lot of people that will take advantage of that, and you got to be firm. I've been setting fees if they're trying to meet after 7 p.m. or sometimes even after 5 p.m. I'm like, hey, this is an extra fee. These are the business hours that I operate in, and I just need you to abide by that. And they have to say yes or no. And I have an automated text that shares all that information. I say, I need you to write yes or no on whether or not you confirm this message. And if no, then I'll just cancel the rental and you can have your money back. Or if you proceed with yes, you agree by all these terms. Terms being a fee to drop off and pick up is $30 each, and after hours is an extra fee of $20. And I'm just been firm on that, and that I just don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. January and February was really busy, so I just don't want to conflict with everything else just going on in life. So I just want the numbers to be kind of numbers of encouragement for those that are thinking and considering it. I know that maybe your equipment line isn't as vast as some others, or maybe you have a lot of equipment and you're just not sure what you want to do with this equipment, whether you just want to let it sit and just you use it whenever you want, or this Sharegrid idea just entices you and you're just not confident of it. And for the most part, I've just been having a really wonderful experience, other than just people trying to take advantage of time. And that's really it. The equipment has come back very well conditioned. Of course, you get the wear and tear, the shutter count starts getting higher and higher, and you're not sure of how many photos they're taking. So that's something to consider. And I've started implementing telling my insurance about wear and tear on my own equipment, to let them know, like, hey, what are some policies that they offer. So I just want to have that equipment covered in the future, because of course you might want to get that shutter replaced, or if you want to continue that camera. For some tips to a better experience on Sharegrid has been implementing some new things that I think will help a lot of people hosting their equipment on the platform. So a few weeks ago, Sharegrid announced that they're coming out with some new features for hosts. So for example, just looking at my notes here, Sharegrid Plus option soon, which includes early payout options for owners, customizable profile pages with a new design, and promoted listings for a small monthly fee. When they release this, I'll definitely give it a shot to see if it helps create more attention and traction to the page. I don't think at this moment, it's March 20th, I don't think they've implemented that quite yet. I haven't really experienced and seen that on my own profile page. They'll also be changing the search algorithm to favor owners that have repeated rentals. So for example, I have John rent once, and then he's like, okay, well, I'll come back. And he rents again and again and again. I'm going to be more favored on the rankings when it comes to people renting and wanting to rent from me. So that really helps a lot on the algorithm side of things and the whole platform and getting more renters and more clientele, really. So you're kind of bumped up to the search page. So some listings are going to be given best match priority based on an owner's history and a number of factors, including elite status, fair market pricing, positive reviews, fast response times, high response rate, up-to-date listing availability, high acceptance rate of requests, and a number of variety of listings. So I kind of fit into all those categories, and I've been proactive and active in making sure that everybody renting is having a good experience, but also keeping that communication and being firm and professional when it comes to renting this equipment. To achieve elite status, complete 50 total transactions as a renter or owner, receive 50 positive reviews, have no negative reviews, have a 90% response rate, have at least an 80% acceptance rate. I think it's really crucial to keep this elite status because it shows, just like other platforms like Airbnb or Peerspace, you're given this badge of, qualification that you are a good renter to others and that you're a good host. A couple stats that Sharegrid is growing. Sharegrid had amazing growth in 2022 with a 34% increase in open listings and over 15 million visitors. Now, being in a big city, that helps a lot because more people are coming to the page. People are learning more about Sharegrid as an option of renting when they need something either last minute or they need something the next day. And rental houses or online services can't really provide that in such a fast turnaround or even open in certain hours. So I hope these tips help and these little notes help, your thought process of experiencing Sharegrid as a host and renting out your equipment. Now, I have about a $15,000 investment into all my equipment when it comes to cameras, lenses, gear, accessories for the rig setups. Might be upwards of $20,000, and I received about a 3 to 5% gain every month. So in the long term, I hope to achieve that 50% at the end of the year and continue that growth. So I'll continue to invest more in equipment, and that number will just only get higher, and maybe that investment turnaround every month will grow as well. I've been asked about investment opportunities where somebody bought a camera and then they gave it to me for me to rent out. And that's been going really well. And I think that in the long term, they'll enjoy that as a passive income because they don't really do much. And I just host it and I make sure that the camera is returned safely, it's returned well conditioned, so that if they want to sell it, that it will go well for resale value as well. But that's something I don't know if I want to explore quite yet. That's kind of iffy ground. There'll be a lot of legal and logistics to that as well. So yeah, cheers. I'll see you around in the next video regarding Sharegrid. Hopefully by the end of April. I'll have more information to share, and maybe that Sharegrid will implement these new things that they were talking about, and that only Sharegrid will just grow even more. So hope this helps. Cheers.